A local nonprofit organization is redesigning the foster care system in Polk, Hardy, and Highland counties. Their greatest need right now is quality foster homes. What you can do and how you can help is coming up on Polk Place. Hello and welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Brian Lacey. Joining us in studio is Susan Ripley. Susan is the Director for Foster Home Licensing for Heartland for Children. Welcome to the show, Susan.
Thank you.
And also joining us is Darlene Rogers. She's a foster caregiver for Heartland for Children. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. You know, we were talking before the show started, and I'm like, I thought I knew everybody. And my question was, are you new with Heartland for Children? And it comes back, how new are you?
No, I've been with Heartland for Children about 14 years. I've actually worked in the child welfare system for 25 years.
Wow. See, I need to pay more attention. No, I know what it is. You just don't like doing these tapings, and
You're
you
right.
send other people out.
I do.
Let's talk a little bit about Heartland for Children. What does Heartland for Children do for our Polk community?
Okay, so actually Heartland for Children oversees Polk, Hardy, and Highlands counties. And so in the state of Florida, there are more than 35,000 children who have open cases in the child welfare system. In Polk, Hardy, and Highlands County, Heartland for Children is responsible for about 2,100 children who have open cases. So our organization is responsible for overseeing foster care, adoption, just dependency cases, ensuring that we are trying to move children through the system of care and send them home. So our foster caregivers are an amazing piece of that really works on healing these families and trying to send children home.
And May being National Foster Care Month, you guys are getting involved, and one of the ways that you do is with recruitment. Talk to me a little bit about that process. You've got a class that are, you know, that you can recruit people through. Let's talk about that if we could,
do.
please.
Out in the community, we try a lot of different ways to do recruitment, things like this where we can get the message out in mass media. What we do know is that recruitment best happens through relationships. So getting with our local churches, asking them to talk to congregations, finding opportunities to share our information and about our redesign of the foster care system and what our greatest need is, which is quality foster homes. So we find opportunities. Our foster parents are some of our greatest recruiters. So finding opportunities to get out there and share the need. So the first Thursday of every month, Heartland for Children has an information night where we invite people from the community to come out and hear what our greatest need is, learn a little bit more about what foster care looks like, and try to get them into one of our classes.
Now, when you talk classes, that's totally different from the information night.
Correct.
Let's talk a little bit about the process.
Okay.
What it takes to become a foster care parent.
Okay, so the state of Florida requires that you complete a 21-hour course to become a foster caregiver. So what that looks like with Heartland for Children is we have a traditional schedule and we have an accelerated schedule. So the traditional classes would be one night a week. So if a class starts on a Thursday night, it would be every Thursday night for 6 weeks, 3 hours a night. And then there's some online courses that we do as well to make up that those extra hours to bring it to 21 hours. The accelerated class is 3 Saturdays right in a row to make it more convenient for those people that don't think they can make it on a weeknight and Saturdays work best. So we try to meet their need and get them into the accelerated class.
And of course, there's got to be some sort of background check?
Absolutely. There's very in-depth background checks. In fact, more so than even what teachers or other professionals go through. We're very, very in-depth background checks that we do on our caregivers.
Now, when you said 2 words that kind of stood out to me, quality foster parents and quality foster homes, what is it that you're looking for within the home? Somebody may be watching this and go, well, you know, maybe I'm not in the best of situations, but really all you're looking for is something specific, right?
We are. We're looking for people that first and foremost have a heart and understand about family preservation. Giving children a temporary home and keep them safe and meet their needs until they can return to their parents or somebody else in their family. We're looking for somebody whose home is safe Doesn't have to be a big, beautiful home in a gated community. You can live in an apartment, you can live in a mobile home, you can live in a home. We're just looking for people that have the space and the heart to care for children and meet their needs.
And one of those people that have a heart in studio with us is Darlene. Darlene, talk to me a little bit about how you got involved as a foster parent.
There was I work at a law firm around the corner, and there was a pamphlet on one of the tables in the lobby from Heartland for children, and I picked it up and was just flipping through it one day, and I thought, let's go check out the class, the information night. And I asked my husband, and he was like, okay, if you're interested, I'll go with you. And we went to the information night, and when I heard how much of a need there was and how many kids, were not in their homes with their parents, how many kids were in group homes and things like that, it just broke my heart. And we were empty nesters, if you will. Our kids were gone to college or grown, and we have a big house, extra bedrooms, and they're going to waste. And why not put a child in those and bring them out of a group home?
Talk a little bit about your experiences as a foster parent. It's a feel-good story to hear you just talk about how you got involved, and the chance to make a difference in the life of a child has got to be incredible. Talk to me a little bit about that.
It's amazing. It's very fulfilling. It's there have been kids that we've had only for a few weeks, and they come to you with a story and a history and so much trauma, and you hear them say what they want to be when they grow up, and you're mortified at some of the answers you'll get. And only 3 weeks later they are reunified because the case was simple or whatever, but and they have a different outlook on life. Now suddenly they want to go to college. They know college is an option for them. They can have a future. They can have a nice home and a nice family life. It doesn't have to be all the drama. And they change in a very quick amount of time. And then we've had kids that we've had for years. Unfortunately, their cases were a lot more complicated to work out. But we support the families. We support the parents. And the success stories are just overwhelming.
What's your fondest memory of being a foster care parent?
Michael. Michael was our baby. We had him for almost 3 years. And his mom and I still stay in touch. He lives in Alabama now. And when he came into our life, his mom was in rehab, and she heard that Michael had to be moved from his prior foster home because of some issues. And she was afraid. And she texted me this the other day, just out of the blue, and it just made my heart melt. That she remembered getting that call that he had been moved, and she was very nervous. She wasn't sure what was going to happen, and she was afraid of where he might go and the things that might happen to him. And then we talked on the phone, and I told her that we were here for her as well. We're here to support the family. Our job is to bring your kids home to you once you're healthy again. And she just said she felt an overwhelming peace, and it's just, that's what we're doing it for. And it felt good that she felt that. And so I think that strengthened her to get through her program and get through her treatment and get better. And she got all her boys back home, and they're doing amazing. They're just beautiful.
I guess the hardest part for me that would be in fostering is you just put so much love and energy into a project, and then when it's time, I mean, how do you separate from that? I mean, I would be brokenhearted.
If people say that a lot, that's one of the biggest fears, is they don't want to fall in love with these children and then lose them. And I tell them over and over, if you co-parent, if you work with the parents, you create a bond with the parents as well, and you don't lose the child. We haven't lost Michael. I still talk to him all the time. I still send him birthday gifts and money for his grades, and we go visit them, and they come visit us, and they come stay with us in the summer. I mean, he's still one of my babies, and we didn't have to break that bond. We didn't have to lose that relationship. We're still very close with him, all of his siblings, his parents, and we have a great relationship.
This is an incredible example of a foster care parent. And this is just one of the success stories, but you need more. Really, how many foster care parents does Heartland for Children have, and then how many more do you need?
We, at this time, have 192 foster homes. We need about 75 more. We want to surpass 250 homes in our circuit to meet the number of children coming into care. We've had a high number of children coming into care lately, and there's always a need to rise up to that and meet that need. Keep siblings together, step children out of group care that don't need to be in group homes, that need to be with their siblings in a traditional home. So there's a great need for the community to step up and help us meet this need.
As I said earlier, May is National Foster Month. Now, if people aren't ready to foster, is there any other way they can help participate, become involved?
Absolutely. We have a program called Foster Friends. So specifically for those people that aren't at the level where they're ready to take children into their home, but they want to help in some way. So we can match them with one of our current caregivers. They can cook them a meal once a month. They can order pizza and have it delivered to the home. They can go over and do yard work, just support a family in any way that they feel that they can. They may get involved and help tutor a child that's in the school. So they always need support from, and need to know people in the community are out there to support them. So during the month of May, we ask everybody, seek out a foster caregiver that you know, thank them for what they do, and find ways that you can help.
From Heartland for Children's standpoint, when these success stories go off, I mean, you work with it, you've been a part of this for 25 years. There's got to be some incredible job satisfaction when stories like this happen.
There is. You know, I've been in this community for 45 plus years, and I believe in my community. I believe in strengthening the community myself. I want the families around me to be stronger. I believe in family preservation. So to me, it's important that we're bringing these children in, we're helping them heal, and we're also helping heal their parents. Our caregivers become mentors to the biological parents. They teach them how to be parents, how to be supportive and to nurture their children. And so what they're doing is sending them back out into our community to be stronger, members of our community.
Darlene, I'm going to give you the last word on this, because really you speak from experience for the individual that might be sitting home watching this, sitting on the fence. Yeah, I'd like to, but they just need that little push to get them there. If you could inspire others in this community to give of themselves, their time and their hearts, just like you have, how would you do that?
I would say whatever your fears are, they will never meet what you've made them out to be in your head. Go to the information night, attend the classes, and just check it out, try it out, and your heart will be just filled with love and fulfillment. With the first child, even the shortest placement, you'll see that whatever fears you had will quickly go away, and you just settle into the role of being a parent and loving a child, and I can't think of anything more satisfying than helping a child in need.
Susan, Darlene, very few of these interviews, get you emotional, but it's a wonderful thing that you guys are doing for our community, and hopefully we can get a lot more foster homes out there and get the message out for folks to volunteer. I thank you for coming in today and sharing your stories.
Thank you.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Right now, Heartland for Children is in need of quality foster homes. There are two types of training options to become a licensed foster caregiver. Participants can either choose the traditional schedule, which is 1 night a week for 6 weeks, or the accelerated schedule, which is 3 Saturdays. They hold a foster care information night on the first Thursday of every month at 6 p.m. at 1239 East Main Street in Bartow. There's no cost for the class, but they ask that you call to register. That number to call is 863-519-8900, extension 289, or if you need more information, you can check them out on the web at www.heartlandforchildren.org.